Hello. All right, so you heard the man. It's the usual. Oh, you can buy a Klook pass, but I think you need to do it the day before with a lot of those passes, and it'll get you into a bunch of different places at a discounted rate. But that's all right. It's 75. Jump in, take a look around, do some vids, please. That's 75 pesos, cash only. Get your little ticket. There we go. Entry in. Thank you. Alrighty, and we have entered, I think.
Hi, sir.
Thank you.
Where are you from, sir?
Australia.
Australia. Thank you.
Thanks.
Nice day.
All right. We're in the old dirty ice cream vans. Have a look around at all the stores. It's really nice how they've used all the, you know, the original old walls and constructed stores in the arches. So authentic. I'll spin this around. So this is the type of thing. So the store here, and then like the other places with the food, but this one's selling all sorts of bits and pieces. Is that a goat? Oh, I thought that was a goat. That's a dog. It's the information centre. I've got a couple of, there's a dog down there. I thought it was a goat when I was walking up. It had its head pointed around the other way. It's the back of its head. Okay. Now, did I get a guide? I should have got the, I wonder if they had a paper, you know, like a map. Okay, it's starting to look a bit familiar from some other things I've seen, vids and things. Anyway, we're going to push on. We better move through. There's a bit of area to cover, things to look at. There's things you can't get into them, but things like this. There's a tunnel. I mean, it's got a gate across it, but it's just this big black tunnel. Like, imagine back in the day when this was a fortress and you're trudging up this bloody walkway with all that clobber on, all that gear that you'd be carting around, and guns and all of that stuff. So down behind us, you've got, you know, them little openings. I don't even know what they are. I see all those things around with, I mean, maybe it's just now that they've got the bars on them, so they don't want people going into them. I'm not sure. Maybe back in the day they also had bars on them. There's just areas you can go everywhere on top. So they've got walkways. You just go up. There's another cannon. There's a few cannons dotted around the joint. You just walk up these sort of ramps and things to get up on top of the wall. So it's like just multi-level all throughout here by the looks of it, just from what I'm seeing. And you just walk around, pace around the joint, have a bit of a look, take your time. There's no time limit other than when they close, which was 8 p.m. So it's 75 pesos. It's $1.96 Australian to get in. I mean, if you scoff at $1.96 Australian and think, I'm not going in there, not paying that, just do it. just if you're here, I think just do yourself a favour and just come in and have a look. As I said, there's a little bit to get through in here, and there's bits and pieces, you know, that are, well, I wouldn't say they're under construction, it's like they're out of construction. These things behind me, they've got those big steel, the big I-beams, and what it looks like is it's just holding all the walls together because it's just so old and in its, you know, original state, just left. Got the happies. Yeah. Everyone. Anyhow, walking along, that was a bunch of school kids, I think. There's a mango on the ground here. Is it any good? Where's the mango tree? Can't even see a mango tree here. Maybe someone just lost one. Oh no, there's a few on the ground here. Is that a mango tree? If it is, it's the biggest mango tree I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the leaves look like a mango tree. Let's smell it. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. The damn thing's huge. That mango tree is a bloody monster, and there's heaps of them in here. There's mangoes all over the ground. Now I feel like eating mango or a mango smoothie. So all along the roofing and stuff over here behind me, can you see? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, back there. It's got like little trees and things growing out of the roof. There's little turrets situated all along the wall with the little cannons poking on through. It's a bit of a moat, I guess, or a canal or something behind me here. Runs around part of this inner wall area. I wished I had got a map. I don't think they had maps. I didn't see any there. But that would have been good to grab a paper map with some info on it and the different buildings and the different parts of in here and tell you a little bit about it. But I didn't see anything there. So, oh, this area has a sign on it, closed from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. 6 p.m. But it's another nice area if you like old military, you know, constructions and fortresses. Come and have a look, I reckon. Why not? It's cheap enough. But I don't know the actual size of this whole sort of complex. I'm not sure how long this is going to take to get through. But I'm obviously not going to film the whole thing because it'll be an hour video just on this Fort Santiago. So I was over on that wall behind, up there going around. And just in front of me here is, you'll see, the big gates of Fort Santiago. Now I'll give you a little bit of a look here. So you can pause this if you want to have a little read. I won't read it out as usual. But you can see construction times and all of that. So if it's 1571, so are we talking like 453 years? So that is the entry into actual Fort Santiago. That's the actual entryway. Timber work up the top there, right up there. So that's actual timber. I noticed around they do use a lot of timber. Another little bit of information. Just pause it. You can read that. Give you a bit of info on it. So we've come from that entry section and gone through the gate into the actual Fort Santiago area. It's just, you know, a lot of the buildings now are ruined. So I can only imagine that during certain wars, they've been, you know, partially destroyed behind us here. I mean, that would have been a complete building with the roof and everything, and part of it is just here. It's just gone, just no longer exists. But I mean, the majority of it is still here. So we've got a shrine of Jose Rizal. This is a museum section, so you can have a little read. Once again, just pause it. Originally built in 1593. 1593. So this here, look at this. It's even got trees growing in here now. Trees. Well, there's trees everywhere in here. Trees all over. It's almost like a park. Got in there. Oh, in here. No video in here. I don't know, something about no video in here. I'm not sure what the story is. I thought he meant in the museum, but he said no video in there, but you can take photos. Okay, that's all right. We'll walk back out. There's plenty to look at. I don't really understand. I never do. I never understand the logic behind it. Is it, I don't know, you've heard me go on about this before in Thailand, but what is it with a video? It's okay, you can photograph stuff. They wouldn't know, if you've got an iPhone, they wouldn't know if you're filming or video or taking photos anyway. So, I don't know, I think these sort of things stem back to when video cameras were first bloody made and they were as big as a suitcase. You know, I mean, these things in my hand they're that small, you can't see them. I don't know. What do you reckon? Like, why do you think? Like, it just goes around my head, and I think, why? That's why I asked him. I'm like, oh, no video in the museum, and he said no, in that section I was in. And I thought, what's so big about, you know, that particular section? I mean, what's so secret? I mean, if we're allowed in there to view it with our eyes and to take photographs. Anyhow, I will move on. The White Cross. So we've got the White Cross behind us. Here we go. A little bit of info there. Do the usual. Pause. There's just so many bits and pieces to this whole fort. I mean, there's stairs, there's ramps. Like, I'm going up another set here. Look at this, but it doesn't go anywhere. Like I'm going up here and it goes to the tops of a mango, frangipani tree that way and mango tree that way. With mangoes on the ground, I almost feel like getting one and eating it. Because they're everywhere. I mean, they're only pretty small, but look. Look at that. Oh, God. Can I crack it open? It's a bit desperate. And it's actually a bit hot, the mango. Oh, it sounded good in theory. Gotta watch me step here. These steps are crazy. I don't know where that went. I mean, that just went up to there. There was nothing up there. Now, I'm going to go over here to another building. This building's fairly intact. This one here, Baluarte, is that how you pronounce it? Baluarte de Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara. And you can go in this one. I will go just around it first. Have a little bit of a sticky beak. Might be able to go up the stairs, check it out. There's nooks and crannies, and look at these here. These, what's the go here? Jesus, where does that go? Huh? So, but where does it come from? Oh, inside. So something, it must have had a set of stairs or something. Look at that. Look down in there. Oh yeah, there's people down there. All right, they can hear me. I can't hear them. Okay, so there's people down in there. They're everywhere. There's another one here with little tunnels. So it's to do with the, okay. Oh. They get what? Drowned? I don't know. Dungeons. Right, so there's dungeons, so you can go in. All right, we'll go into the dungeon in a minute. Down into this dungeon. Hopefully we don't get locked in. All right, let's go. Oh, this is the exit. Where's the entry? This is the exit. Maybe it's upstairs. Maybe it's upstairs. We'll go up and find out. Hello?
Can we ask a question?
Yes?
We are a student from Our Lady of Fatima, and we conduct our research entitled Exploring Dark Tourism here in Intramuros, and we would like to ask you some questions if it's okay to you.
Yeah, sure.
It's okay then, but if we record your answer.
Yep.
Well, this is just the questions about our research. We're doing some research.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Alright. First, may I, if you would allow us, may I know what's your age?
49,
49.
Yeah.
Alright. And how about your nationality?
Australian.
Australian. Okay. Thank you. And first question, how did you discover Intramuros?
Like this area, do you mean this whole area?
Yes.
Mostly just from YouTube videos. Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah, social media.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but what primarily motivated you to visit Intramuros?
Just like the history.
The history.
Yeah, the history of it. History of the area. Yeah. And I like architecture. So I love to see like old, really old things. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. The third question is: were there any specific historical events or aspects of Intramuros' dark past that particularly interested you? Did you know about the dark tourism?
Not really.
No.
I didn't really know anything about the history of it. No.
All right.
Really.
That would be fine. All right, but next question. Will you recommend Intramuros to your friends or relatives or significant others? Why or why not?
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing a YouTube vlog on it, so you'll be on there.
What's the name of your blog?
This
Mr.
Donator with an 8.
Ooh,
Yeah.
tandaan ko.
Yeah, so you'll be on there when this one goes up. Yeah, so definitely, I'll be recommending it to anyone that watches and also friends and work colleagues. Yeah, it's good. It's nice. I mean, I haven't been in here for very long. I only just got in, but there's a lot of stuff to look at. So I'm just taking my time and walking through.
I know.
Yeah.
I've seen you outside.
Did you?
Yeah.
I
doing
was
some-
vlogging and stuff out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, ask ko pa ba to about
Yeah.
dark tourism? Okay. If the fifth question, last three questions. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Which of the facilities offer the greatest impact in terms of the tales of suffering of the prisoners or other people who became part of the history of Intramuros? Did you visit any other sites here like Casa Manila, the
Yes.
Manila Cathedral?
Yeah, I did go into the San Augustine, is it?
Oh,
in the
yes,
cathedral. And
church.
next door was that.
San Augustine Church.
Yeah, and the Manila, what? Casa
Manila.
Manila. Yeah. So what was the history of that Casa Manila? It's like when you go in there, it's like a little,
Old
like a little
house.
town
Yeah.
with little streets and things.
Well, the Casa Manila, I believe the owner of Casa Manila was the most rich family in
Oh.
Intramuros, because
Yeah.
back then, for you to be able to live inside Intramuros, you have to be rich.
Okay. Yeah.
I just think that. And then, which of the facilities offered the least impact in terms of the tales of suffering of the prisoners of other people who became part of the history of Intramuros?
The least impact. That's a hard question. It's a hard question because I don't really know all the history, of what's going on. So as I go along, I'm sort of just learning by reading what everything has, where it has the different information sections. So I don't know enough about the area and the history. So yeah,
that would be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the last question.
Yep.
Do you have any suggestions for how dark tourism experiences in Intramuros could be improved? This could include new exhibits or touring formats. Do you really think that Intramuros administration should give more importance about dark tourism aside from the sightseeing?
I guess yes and no. Once again, I only arrived in Manila last night, so it's still really, really new for me, and I'm exploring the area, and I've been speaking to a lot of the locals, and I spoke to a business owner and her husband. I'm staying near Chinatown, and I was sitting there with them for about 3 hours, and they're just telling me about all the local area and some of the history and different things. So I don't really know. I haven't really got any suggestions to say whether it's good or bad or otherwise. But from what I've experienced, everything seems to be quite good. It's all labelled well with English signage. I can't read any other language, so yeah. So I can't really help you too much, but
That's fine.
yeah.
Well, we really do appreciate your time. Thank you.
No worries.
For
Thank you.
answering, participating to our research.
Yep.
Thank you.
Not a
so
problem.
much.
Thank you.
We'll take a picture.
A photo? Yeah, sure.
For the
Alrighty. Let's go.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you.
Ingat.
Alrighty. A little bit of a questionnaire. I know they do go around and ask the tourist a bit about it. That one's a little bit difficult for me, only because I'm not too familiar on the actual history of the area and this particular fort and the community around it. So as she was saying, Casa Manila, that was where you had to be rich. That was like the rich family or the rich people. I got a lot to learn about Manila, but you can't do that in one day. For me, it was coming and having a look at the architecture. As you know, I really love architecture. I just love the buildings, the way things were made, the time period and the era. The history as such would take me a little bit of time to learn. You've got to get through a lot of reading to work out what this was all about, how it came to be. That there's so much history here that dates back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Whereas the country I come from, Australia, our history from sort of 1788 onwards. You know, we're only talking about 200 and not even 250 years. I mean, that's a drop in the ocean to some of these other countries. So for me, you know, it's understanding my own country's history is relatively easy. There's a short period of time to learn the different things. Prior to that, we know that it was the indigenous people of Australia. But here is a different story. And this particular site and the places surrounding it that the girls were talking about, I just don't have enough information. I haven't learnt enough about it. That's why I said to them that by going out and doing this now, reading these information boards, that's how I'm learning a bit about where I actually am. So, moving on, got this little hut here. So we're on the river right here. So the Pasig, did I get it right? Pasig River. That is across the river, part of it. Now Tondo is, if I have, yes, it is this way. My hotel is somewhere over here. So remember the first episode, and we went to Jollibee. Jollibee is just where that white bridge is there. Jollibee is just off that bridge and down on that intersection, that sort of five-way intersection. So last night, and even earlier, we walked across the other bridge over there, not the arch bridge here, the other one that had those really nice street lamps on it. And we're now here. So we've come through old Manila and into Fort Santiago, and down that direction is Tondo. Tondo, it's not Tondo there, but that is the direction of Tondo. Hopefully that's going to come up in another video. I need to work out the logistics on that, as in how I'm going to approach doing a vlog in there. I think I might speak with Jeanette, who we met earlier on, and ask Jeanette about getting one of her friends or one of the people that she knows there that can take me around, maybe give me a little bit of a tour through there, maybe just walk through with me as I'm vlogging. I don't know. I'm not scared. I actually don't feel scared too often, but maybe just a bit cautious.
Sa Fort Santiago tayo nagsimula, sa pader ng kasaysayan. Naririnig ko pa ang tinig ng mga bayaning nataan. We walked through ancient gates, stories whispered in the breeze, from heroes of another time. Their courage brought us peace. Fort Santiago tayo, halina't sumayaw dito sa pader ng ating kalayaan. Sa sulok-sulok ng kwento, ang ating alaala, nakasulat sa bawat anggulo, ang ating pag-asa. Fort Santiago tayo, halina't sumayaw dito sa pader ng ating kalayaan. Feel the rhythm of history, swaying with the legacy in every brick and stone. Fort Santiago is our own. Fort Santiago tayo, Feel the rhythm of history, swaying with the legacy. In every brick and stone, Fort Santiago is our own.